people in Chicago, Mr. Vice President, are screaming for us to come. They're wearing red hats, just like this one, but they're wearing red hats. African-American ladies, beautiful ladies.
I mean, if you got the National Guard right there, are you going to rob somebody right there in front of the National Guards? No, you're not.
Black Chicagoans in red MAGA hats are literally saying, Trump, come help us. People living in Washington, D.C., in particular blacks, are begging for President Trump to come to D.C. And so he responded and sent the National Guard. Now, Mayor Muriel Bowser is upset about that. You know, many people on the police force are upset about that. And we can care less about them being upset. Why not have more boots on the ground to support and keep Washington, D.C. safe? Now there's a revival that's breaking out. We now have blacks in Chicago and in other cities like Detroit and Compton and Memphis who are saying, Donald Trump, will you come over here and help us as well? And that's what we're going to get into in this episode. So we have this video clip from CBS that shows some youthful and young and inspiring red hat wearing beautiful blacks standing for righteousness, for, you know, limited government. They want the crime to be gone. They want to support school choice. They are pro-life. I mean, these people are brilliant. And they're begging for Donald J. Trump. Trump, bring the YMCA to Chicago. We love you. Take a look at this.
Robberies by 35% and shootings by almost 40%.
The people in Chicago, Mr. Vice President, are screaming for us to come. They're wearing red hats, just like this one, but they're wearing red hats. African-American ladies, beautiful ladies, are saying, please, President Trump, come to Chicago.
Of course, you know who he was referring to. Chicago Flips Red.
Leaders of the conservative group Chicago Flips Red say they have 8 core members, but nationwide
You better
support.
walk, girl.
They
I
welcome
don't
the
blame you. Be
National Guard
confident.
on Chicago streets.
It needs to happen. It's no law and order.
I mean, if you got the National Guard right there, are you going to rob somebody right there in front of the National Guards? No, you're not.
This is what the left doesn't want you to see. They don't want you to see everyday people living in cities like DC and or Chicago, these high crime areas of cities with articulate individuals asking for President Trump's support, and they are black. Now the media doesn't want you to see that. I'm sure Mayor Brandon Johnson is saying to himself, man, we got to do something about this group called Chicago Flips Red. Big shout out to them. Go follow them on X. They're doing a phenomenal job. They're only made up of a group of 8 people, but they have national support. And let's talk about this crime data and the rankings of Chicago, just to put this in context. The homicide rate in 2021 was 29.6 per 100,000 residents. Homicides in 2023, 617, which was the highest raw number amongst U.S. cities. Violent crime overall, above U.S. average, but not the highest nationally. Cities with higher violent crime rates per capita, and Trump is coming to these cities as well, with the National Guard: Memphis, Detroit, and Baltimore. Aggravated assaults in Chicago in 2024, 8,039, which represents a 20-year high. Aggravated batteries. These people like to beat you up. Be careful going to Chicago. You might get bruised and battered. In 2024, 9,132, up 3.1%. Racial disparities. Black residents face homicide rates 20 times higher than white residents. Listen to that. Black people have a 20 times higher rate and or risk of being killed than white residents in Chicago. And you mean to tell me that Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, Ben Crump, Jamal Bryant, and all these others, y'all have time to talk about the white man? The white man? The white man isn't your greatest threat or problem. It's that black man who puts you at a 20 times higher risk of losing your life. That's who you should be talking about. But instead, we love to talk about the white man. We love to pass the buck. We love to put the onus on someone else. We don't like personal accountability now. You know, don't make me be accountable. Don't talk about my mess, brother. Don't talk about my mess. Let's talk about the white man's mess. I mean, that's a waste of time. Neighborhood disparities. Homicide rates vary up to 30 times between the safest and most dangerous neighborhoods. In summary, Chicago residents, including black supporters and red hats, are calling on Trump to federalize Chicago and send in the National Guard. And Mayor Brandon Johnson and Democrat leaders say the move would be unlawful and reject Trump's involvement. Even as Chicago continues to post some of the nation's highest homicide totals and violent crime disparities, Mayor Brandon Johnson doesn't want it to take place because it's a white man doing it. The same issue that Mayor Muriel Bowser in DC has, the same deficiencies, the same TDS, Trump derangement syndrome, Mayor Brandon Johnson has the same TDS. Upset because a white man is now getting in your business and fixing your mess because the people in your community cannot control themselves. High crime, high violence, batteries, robberies, homicides, blacks 20 times more likely to die than whites. The white man is coming in now to fix your issue, and now you are upset. You are racist. That's what you are, Mayor Brandon Johnson. You're a racist. You don't like the fact that a white man is coming to clean up the junk that has been propagated in Chicago for a long time. Now, I thought that Mayor Lori Lightfoot was awful, but Mayor Brandon Johnson, I mean, when you make Lori, you make Mayor Lori Beetlejuice Lightfoot look good, and that's hard. Lord have mercy. That's hard to do, but you make her look good. Then you speak proper, you're articulate, you use big words. That's great, but you're not helping your own community. Failed policies, weak and soft on crime. More of the same. It's a travesty. Let's hype up. Let's pump up Chicago Flips Red. I want to show you this next video. I want you to see these brilliant individuals who are trying to bring hope to Chicago. Take a look at this.
As Brandon Johnson says, we're at the point of no return, and you all don't need Trump help, and you don't want the federal government to step in, then we're going to need them to do what, though? We're going to
I mean, I think y'all need to get out here on the front line.
Jay Davis.
Jay Davis, roll Jesse Jackson out. Who else? Tony Brackwinkle, get your walkers. Timothy Evans.
Get your walker.
Come on. Kwame Raoul, Governor Pritzker with them ankles. We see him.
Not the ankles.
Let's go. Who else we got?
Brandon Johnson.
Since we got Texas, and we got Texas people to come on out.
Yeah.
They're still here, right?
Right.
Keep them on the front line. Mm-hmm. Go get Maxine Waters.
Roll
her in.
Jasmine Carter.
Not the wig.
Together, get on the front line.
Yeah, I feel like all the men who, especially the ones who voted, who vote for all the BS down
there. The Hispanic KKK. Byron Central Lopez, he said he said abolish ICE.
Yeah.
We're going to need those people to what?
Yeah.
To go step because.
I mean, from the pastors.
Yes.
Don't forget all the pastors now. Pastor T.L. Barrett, and his son Tory Barrett. Don't forget Father Flager. Father Flager need to be right on the front line, because did he walk on the highway?
Yeah, walk on the highway, close it down.
Yeah.
We're going to need all these people to be on the front line because they're public service.
Public service, and our tax dollars is funding y'all lifestyle to the point that we're losing our homes.
In our lives. Yes, and crime is not down. So since they don't want help from the federal government, Trump and everything.
Don't send no funds, Trump.
Yeah.
Don't send no funds.
Because they don't steal them.
Yeah, they got it.
Yeah, but since they don't need they don't need Trump and they don't need no help from the federal government, then we're just gonna sit down on the front line.
Yeah, but if they don't answer in like if they're not out there tomorrow, Trump, you gotta bring them.
Yes. If they're not out there tomorrow and we don't see them in
boots
on the ground, if we don't see them with the boots on the ground with the fans and arresting these criminals and things like that, we don't see them in like ICE in our community.
I want Brandon Johnson there with his 120 police.
No, he can have police. We need him to put the social workers that he wants us to have.
Yeah, but I want his police detail there too.
No, why we don't have his police detail around there? Because I think we should let them show us how it's done. So I think we should have them on the front line.
Yeah, trauma, not treatment.
Yeah, and we can have a bunch of social workers too helping them arrest these violent
Matter of fact,
criminals.
all them people that y'all had in there lying to them at the Black Voter Scam barbecue yesterday, you have them on the front line too.
Yeah, as well. So this is what we're asking. If President Trump, we're gonna make sure that if they're not on the front lines by what time we give them?
I'm thinking about like 11 in the morning.
Okay, then we're asking you to please send the troops here.
Yeah, I want like how Alderman, Pastor, R&B singer William Hall went to that border and looked at the soles of their eyes.
I want to look at the souls of our kids' eyes.
And our seniors.
And those seniors who got shot. I want to go to the hospital and look at their
Bring the Bible.
And tell them that he's on the front line fighting for them, because he told us that he was on the front line fighting for those illegal alien kids that he looked in the eyes.
And they need that package.
Yeah, he needs that package. Okay, so that's what we're.
All right, so there you have it. I mean, they're doing a phenomenal job. I admire the truthfulness, the brashness. I admire them being articulate. I admire them being astute and knowing the issues and the topics. And hey, if they're saying if Trump shouldn't bring the National Guard into Chicago, then all of you talking heads, you need to stand up, step up, and do something about what's going on. They called out name after name after name. Even people from the faith community, from the Christian church, clergy, called out the fathers, called out the Catholics, called out everybody. They put everybody on blast, because if you don't want the National Guard, then what are you going to do? See, Chicago remains one of the most violent big cities in America, logging 617 homicides in 2023, plus staggering numbers in aggravated assaults. Residents are openly asking for Trump to come there, as you just saw. What's going to happen? We'll see. But what we do have is DC, Washington, DC, as the blueprint. In Washington, DC, Trump took bold steps federalizing law enforcement and sending in the Guard. Results are amazing. Robberies, carjackings, and violent crime dropped sharply. Families felt safer walking the streets. I even went last week. I went and I was able to see for myself that, man, the National Guard is out here doing their job. And, DC, it smelled safe. It smelled safe. If it worked in the nation's capital, it can work in Chicago, proving federal intervention is sometimes necessary when local leaders refuse to act, because Democrats ignore their own people. Black Chicagoans in red MAGA hats are literally saying, Trump, come help us. The hypocrisy of the left. Democrats claim to be defenders of democracy, yet when citizens demand true help from President Trump, Democrats try to silence them. They don't fear Trump's ideas. They fear his success exposing their failures. That's what they fear the most. Let me know what you think below, my friends, in the comment section. Am I right or am I wrong? Am I weak or am I strong? God bless you, my friends, and God bless America. Do me a big favor, like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I can't push this content out without you. People won't hear the truth coming from my channel without you. I need you, and you. Help me out. Like, share, and subscribe. God bless you, and God bless America.